Welcome back to Bad Creepypasta, the only creepypasta show on the internet that officially does not endorse slavery.
The only one.
We're not saying Creepypasta does, but he hasn't said that he doesn't.
Hasn't gone out of his way to say he doesn't. Right. Now, today's story is Binarystep.exe. Is this a request?
It is a
It's by person.
Rosalina120948A. There we go.
Thank you, Rosalina. I particularly enjoyed your work in Mario Kart 8. Now, there is a program called Binarystep.exe.
Scary.
Downloadable on a certain day. The time must be, and then it gives you the date as well as the time. Learn to English. The time must be 1/01. 01:01 AM.
I get it.
Wait.
Before a random ad pops up saying binary in a hyperlink. Downloading it instantly installs the programs folder on your desktop. There isn't a delete function on the right click menu.
So you have to use the keyboard.
Too
I'm
spooky.
getting chills already, man.
Man, you have to drag it into the recycling bin.
Ooh.
Opening the folder quickly flashes a sequence of binary digits on your screen. After that, the folder instantly deletes itself. You will get an email. If you have an email. Everyone's got an email address.
But what if you don't have an email?
If you don't have an email, it's probably because you ain't got a computer and you ain't downloading folders called binary.exe. Right.
I only have a Wattpad account.
It will be from an email address. Spam taking the name part, like gifjix here his just kick.
I wonder what that sounds like if you put it into Microsoft Sam.
The email will say, well, you must type one of two things, but don't repeat them, ever.
What?
They are, when will people die? What bad stuff will happen?
An instant death disease.
Answering when will people die or what bad stuff will happen, and sending instantly, will give you an email that has binary in it. This is so exciting.
Ones and zeros are scary.
You can copy it, on which it will delete itself. What? You can copy it, on which it will delete itself.
Sentences, words.
The English, it hurts. That just hurt me right in
No,
my...
that's just because you forgot your glasses today.
That just hurt me in the language centre. Right, you cannot copy anything unless you paste the binary. Pasting it will give you some binary. Well fucking duh! You copy the binary, you paste the binary, I've been left with binary!
Holy shit, who would have thought?
You know, we need to put this on hold, go down to the shops, buy some drinks, and come back and have a binary drinking game.
I don't know about you guys, I'm already shit-faced. Putting it into the binary translator, there's a hyperlink, will give you famous people's names and when they will die.
I'm sure it will.
For example, 0100011101100101. Okay, sorry.
Put it up on the screen.
Becomes George Bush, June 4th, 2026.
Right, okay, let's stop that. Now we've got to come back to this in 2026. See
Stay tuned, fans!
The longest fucking pasta ever.
Is this fucking knowing?
Yeah, I was about to say. Is that Nicolas Cage film?
Yeah,
Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage list of things.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage can come down and then the space angels will appear.
And then E's at the end, and what does that mean? Of course, Kevin Bacon endorsing EE.
The dates are random, but every one of them have something in common. The day is divisible by, or is, 4. Another example is Muhammad Ali. Then parentheses Cassius Clay. Yes, I know who Muhammad Ali is. I think less people know him by the name Cassius Clay in this day and age.
Who's that? Like world famous boxer, international, like
World famous poet, Cassius Clay.
Yeah. I don't know, greatest boxer of all time. His death date is April 16th, 2019. 16 is divisible by 4. Yes, thank you!
So I know, baby.
Thanks, you know basic mathematics. As I know 16 is divisible by 4 because I went to school at least twice.
Wait. You're on the Creepypasta wiki. No, you didn't.
The entire list can have their dates divided. Do you mean its dates divided, alright? List isn't it. It's a singular. They can have its.
This
dates
wasn't
divided.
he's the list.
And then the list became skeleton, producing the leftover amount of numbers.
List.
Muhammad Ali's number is 4, while George's is 1. Putting all the numbers in order makes. And
I am not a number, I am a free man.
Missing some numbers, reason why is the main message.
What?
It is dec char in the binary translator. It will translate to, the first code is found and I appreciate that. Let me tell you something, your death is. I put dash instead of numbers because people have different birthdays.
What? I'm not following this here. How did this guy, whoever posted this, get the very specific details, know exactly what to do with this fucking binary? And
So who this is? This is the same cunt who went into an alley one day and decided to punch the brick in the bottom right corner.
Oh my god! Luckily I brought these spare clothes with me!
Oh, there's a dog, better fudge it off!
The second one tells you dates when natural disasters.
This is the knowing! This actually is the knowing!
I don't think the film's called The Knowing. I think it was just called Knowing. You sound like an old person, or an old northerner. The Knowing.
I went to see The Final Destination. No, The Final Destination. Wait, no, there is a Final Destination and The Final Destination.
I went to the
I'm
Asda.
confused.
I went to the Asda. I said, can I have 10 of the Super Kings Black, please? The second one tells you dates when natural disasters will happen. This time, the code is in the
I'm not going to say that.
It's not binary.
Again,
I can see it
main
too.
message date can be different. It translates as the second code is revealed. The next disaster in your hometown is blank, blank, blank. 5 days after reading the email, you will die a horrible death. Oh, sorry, that was our last caller. You will die a terrible, terrible death that will, with dead in binary carved in your body. So far, no one has posted it on a forum thanks to a universal filter removing any parts of the code. That's the whole story.
thing.
That's the end.
Alright, the category. Like,
Computers and internet, ritual, theory.
Awful. Okay, let's read some.
right, you're wrong, Mr. Island. Oh, it's got Jeff the Killer pitch, so of course,
Ms. Creeps McPasta.
Oh, ironic.
So is that Creeps McPasta's wife who divorced him but kept his name, or
Or is Creepy Stalker? Stalker Jan.
6 out of 10? I was expecting the ending. What ending? It just stopped.
What disappointment!
Hang on.
It didn't end. It stopped.
0 out of 10 was expecting a story.
You could just game the entire thing by not responding to the email.
That's not really gaming, that's just not.
What?
Take
I
part.
feel like that's an autocorrect that they haven't bothered to check. 7 out of 10 is cool, but not as realistic as I and most other users would like, but still awesome.
We don't even need to comment, do we?
Yeah, no, mate. Should we
Yeah,
just look for another short creepypasta now then?
No, that's the whole video.
Yeah.
No, fuck off. We'll do one more.
So the next
What about
story
homies?
is what's this called?
Lockdown.
Lockdown.
And it was requested by Parachute Kittens.
Parachute Kittens. First thought, author's note. This is my first pasta, so only constructive criticism.
Oh, we'll be constructive.
yes, okay.
Alright guys, let's remember to be constructive. Thank you.
How about you construct something to suck my dick?
So how about you construct a story that doesn't suck?
Wait,
Right.
wait a minute. Now I'm ready. That sounded like a fucking explosion. What the hell was that?
C4 beer.
Let's go.
Heineken? Fuck that shit. Plastic explosives! Alright.
Only constructive criticism.
The announcement saying that a lockdown was in progress.
Okay.
Right, good.
No backstory. That's
I was
constructive.
sceptical. I really wasn't concerned though. In fact, for the entire period, I thought to myself, typical.
Luckily, I wasn't a worker. My mate was.
I really was the only one who wasn't panicking, because I had a cache of weapons and zombies are my specialty. Because I knew it was only a drill, as usual. No matter how scared people were, they were still whispering, thinking no one else could hear. I just wanted to say aloud, we can all hear you, stupid, but I digress, carrying on with my life.
What?
Yeah, another blimp attack.
I was just happy that we had a way to spend the block.
What?
The big block of money. Is it gold? Is it Minecraft? We're playing Minecraft again.
Spend the block of ice.
When the doorknob
Big block.
shook, everyone lunged away from the door and closer to the dark corner. The knob continued to shake.
Oh, we're getting back to this again.
Yeah.
Dirty door porn.
It got to the point where even I was getting a bit nervous. This carried on for about 10 minutes. Then ... then it stopped. We were stuck there in the corner for maybe another half an hour.
What's going on? The doorknob shook and then you backed into the corner, then it stopped and you were stuck for no reason.
After school was over, I proceeded to my... So this was at school. I got to the bus
thought it was
thinking
a
nothing
prison.
of my day.
Yeah, I was like gonna be some sort of like underground facility, but no, it's fucking school.
Then I got a text from my good friend. The message was just a
Wait,
simple...
Is that prequel to instant death disease?
Just a simple period. Gross. This made me think, hey, maybe he can give me a ride home. I told the bus driver that I was getting back to see my friend.
The bus driver said, I don't give a fuck, I'm a bus driver.
Yeah, time. I'll leave for another 15 minutes. He spoke softly while smiling. Thanks, I replied. I ran back into the high school looking for my friend. I made it through the entrance when I heard the CTV news van pull up. I was scared now. The lockdown was real. Nothing else extraordinary happened today, so I knew that it could not have been anything else. Well, excuse me, it could not have been anything else.
This boat is real.
I love the way it's just like, nothing else of note happened. I mean, I know that because I'm omnipresent. I just,
Also, the werewolf attacking the door or whatever just happened.
And could not have, really? I mean, presumably you go to school. I mean, you obviously don't pay attention.
Maybe he hates learning.
If you're dumb enough to write that.
He's too busy writing a creepypasta about being in a school, which for some reason or another is in lockdown, and he's got that Guy Ritchie, is it? Who was in the film Lockdown?
There's a film called Lockdown?
Yeah.
There was a film called
I don't know what
Lockdown.
you're talking about.
For some reason there was a prison in space. Yeah, it happened.
New paragraph. I ran into the school. No full stop, new paragraph. Ryan, where are you? I yelled at the top of my throat. I yelled at the top of my throat. So he removed his throat and then shouted at the top part of it, which is rather impressive considering he had no throat. I proceeded down a hallway where I saw a teacher. She smiled at me, causing me to stop and stare as she walked away. I continued to run, running with all my heart's content. Obviously, I tell you what, it obviously wasn't your fucking English teacher if they were smiling at you, was it, mate? Bloody hell. Oh. Ryan! I screamed again, a deep pain growing in the bottom of my throat. I would put it back in your mouth then. I really had no idea why.
The blood loss there.
But something told me to just turn around. The quiet little powerless side of me said not to, but as usual, I didn't listen. I ran to hallway B, which is the hallway with the more, well, let's say, more unpopular classes, including classes such as anatomy, which shocks me with how unpopular the class is with how much I hear I want to be a doctor.
Does he mean?
No one you've ever met has told you that, mate. You're not mixing the kind of circles where people can be doctors, alright?
I want to be an astronaut.
Then the hall went dark. The lights began to flicker. I was now terrified. The lights turned back on without flickering.
What the fuck is going on?
Then blood stained the walls, the lockers, the ceilings, everything.
And the balls.
Oh,
to the windows, to the walls. To the bloodstains on the walls!
On my balls.
Oh my, I guess loud.
No. George Takei voice.
Oh my. I gasped loudly. Wow, these bitches crawl! I turned around to run away, but there was a wall that seemed to come out of nowhere and was blocking all the exits.
Is this... wait, is that the place is moving around? It's Hogwarts. It's a Harry Potter story.
Did he just sort of like play Labyrinth Wall in defense mode because it's got 3,000 defense? Stop slapping me!
And was blocking all the exits. Then I noticed something. A note written in black ink and written messily. I was shocked that it wasn't covered in blood since everything else was.
Ha! I get it! Creepypasta!
Keep going! Then I looked up to see a figure. He disappeared after only giving me a moment to figure out who the figure was. This figure a lot. I wish I didn't see what I saw. The figure was Ryan, except he was smiling an evil grin and he was holding a cell phone.
Again, that's creepy.
I had no idea what I was doing when I ran towards where the Ryan-looking figure was standing. I found his cell phone on the ground. It had a very disturbing wallpaper and the message was even more so. The wallpaper showed a death of Ryan.
Is that like a play? A death of Ryan.
Didn't get very far. It was Shakespeare's less known play.
It couldn't have been though. Couldn't have! Oh my god, you moron! It couldn't have been though, because I just saw him, then I read the message. You're mine.
You're mine!
Later that day.
Your soul is mine.
And then like, new paragraph, later that day, new paragraph. Is that like a title card? The drivers and teachers were looking for the bus drivers and teachers were looking for Clyde the teenager who went into school looking for his friend.
Who's Clyde?
After receiving a text message
Did
from
you really
him.
get told who Clyde was?
That's the protagonist.
I know.
He had
Who
not been found. The thing we found was a note with black ink written there specifically. It said keep going. It was covered in bloodstains. Link for photo.
I'm going to click this link for photo.
I'm going to click it so hard. Click it all over my face. Click it.
God damn it, the Explorer!
Click it in the book.
Oh.
So it's the picture that you already fucking had.
How is that the death of Clive? Or whatever the fuck
It's not. Okay, so there's no comments,
Nope.
but he asked for constructive criticism. So I'm going to give him some criticism. Why don't you construct a machine to wipe my memory so I can forget I just read that piece of shit, you moron.
Right.
I get it! Construct! Alright, let me try and recap the story, because this is something I try and do now, from memory. At the beginning, I'm going to make it out to sound like it was a prison, even though it wasn't a prison, and then I go to school.
School is like prison, get it?
Because, yeah, I get it, but
except you get to go home every day, and like.
And there was like a lockdown. Although I'm not sure what the lockdown was about.
I don't know. Like, if you really want some, like, print this out, show it to a teacher. If you're lucky, they won't slap you. This is like, what was the point of that? Nothing.
It's the whole thing as well, like, oh, this is my first story, so constructive criticism only. Oh, I've never written anything before, but I'm posting my first piece of shit online for the public to read. And the fact I've never written anything before completely absolves me from, you know, being from being made fun of. No, trash. This is horrible.
Yeah. Like, there's no real beginning. It makes no sense. We don't realize who the main character is until the end.
Yeah. What I will say to you, my advice: practice. Don't post everything you write online, because what you'll write for a long time won't be good enough for an audience. So go home and practice, and stop being so entitled, thinking that people are not allowed to make fun of your work because it's the first thing you've ever written.
One positive thing though, he doesn't try and act sound punchy, and he doesn't include any swear words. That's the only thing I've got to say. That's good.
Thanks very much for tuning in. If you like what you've seen here and would like to see more, then feel free to hit the subscribe button. Alternatively, you can click one of these two thumbnails up here to check out one of our other videos. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.